Hi guys, this is Wanja and welcome to Wanja's World. We have another video highlighting what we ate for a week. Now this is not going to cover an entire week because we do have days when we eat leftovers, and this particular week I had some pantry foods. Sorry, I had some freezer foods that we went through, so I probably had just 3 days of active cooking. What I'm doing here is I'm peeling some sweet potatoes. Now the sweet potato fries were not really a part of the menu, but I had 3 leftover sweet potatoes and I knew if I did not use them, they were going to go to waste. Here I am going on about sweet potatoes and I haven't even told you what we're going to have. On the menu, we're going to have some steak with pita bread and tzatziki and some salad. Now, first, if you decide to have this meal and you decide to do the sweet potatoes, you're just going to chop up your sweet potatoes and then put some cornstarch on them. Learn from my mistakes, use less cornstarch. On just 3 sweet potatoes, I used 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And what I did not know is that was too much cornstarch. Instead of making the sweet potatoes crispy, they ended up making them soggy. I have my steak marinating in a steak seasoning that I'm going to show you at some point in this video. I'm going to cook that on a cast iron pan, and I'm going to make my tzatziki. I have 1 English cucumber, which I'm going to which I'm gonna grate on the bigger size of my grater. Do you see my baby's happy feet just kicking up happily? And I'm gonna use half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of salt on my cucumber just to drain out a lot of the excess moisture. And then after I do that, I'm gonna mix the cucumber with the yogurt, some salt, some pepper, and the juice of half a lemon. I'm gonna warm up my pitas in the oven. Now this kind of does toughen them up, and if you don't want to do that, you can have them unwarmed, but I prefer to warm them because once you warm them, it makes them easier to handle when you're eating them. They don't crumble. My daughter was not able to eat them warmed because she has an expander in her mouth, and so she cannot eat a lot of crispy stuff. But in as much as our pitas were crispy, they did hold up together much better than hers did. So I mean, take it from me, you can either warm it or you can use it unwarmed, but either way, this was a delicious and really fast meal. So this is the seasoning that we use on our steak. I've had it marinating for about 4 or 5 hours. Now this seasoning does have salt, so you'll notice I'll not add any salt to my steak. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of water. I have a pretty lean cut of steak here, and if this was just for my husband and I'd probably just get it warm so we could have it to where it's about a medium. But because my children are gonna eat this, I'm gonna cook this until it's well done. Please don't crucify me. On the side there, I have some butternut squash and zucchini going for the baby. We are feeding her some finger foods. She will have a few pieces of what we're going to eat, but not enough to satisfy her, not enough to get her full enough to go to bed. So we still do some purees for her on the side. Once that is done, I skipped a lot of this because I think my phone went off and I didn't know. We have the sweet potato fries, and there we have the pitas. Initially, I served everybody with the toasted pitas, but when my daughter took a bite of it, she realized she couldn't be able to eat it. So we have the pitas and the steak and the tzatziki on top, and this meal was phenomenal. I hope you do try it. Hi guys, this is day 2 of active cooking for this week, primarily because we had leftovers yesterday, which is always a good thing in my books. Today's menu is as easy as can be. We have mashed potatoes, sausage, aka bangers and mash, and for veg we're gonna do carrots and onions. It's easy because the carrots and onions and the brats are gonna go in the oven, and that will take care of them. And then potatoes, I'm gonna put them on the stove and they'll boil, they'll mash them. I'll probably do some gravy in the microwave, and we'll be ready to eat in no time. Meanwhile, my oven is preheating at 400 degrees for this, and as that is going on, I will I'll wash my potatoes and get them started. a generous helping of pepper. Again, I'm not going to salt this because the brats have a lot of salt, and the gravy that I'm going to do is also going to have a lot of salt. So any extra salt it's going to be an individual choice, and people can do that at the table. So I'm going to do about a generous half a tablespoon of pepper on this. And again, if you've never thought of doing this combination of veggies, please try it. I promise you will love, love, love it. It's such an unlikely duo, but it is so yummy. If you want to get your kids to eat, because the onions caramelize and the carrots are sweet, you could just eat this all on its own. Like, I kid you not. I feel like I got in a good amount of pepper in there, black pepper in there. So once the sausages have been cooking for 15 minutes, I'll put this in. We don't want them to overcook, so that's why I'm waiting for the sausages to cook down a little bit. And this will need at most 10 minutes in the oven, and they'll be ready to eat. 13 minutes later, our sausages are done. Tell you what, one day I will bang this stone, but today is not the day. There we go. And the veggies are ready as well. So we'll serve. And there's dinner. Bangers and mash with a side of carrots and onions. Bon appetit. Oh, and some gravy. Bon appetit. There's dinner. So this is day 3, but before I tell you what we are going to be making, let me start off by saying that if you've gotten to this part of the video, I am just so grateful. And for those of you who watch my videos from the beginning to the end, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, those who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my page, like my videos, share my videos, and bring a friend or two. Here at Wanja's World, we're all about good food and good vibes. And let me know in the comments what kind of content you'd like to see me post in future. Now, the meal that we're making today is a meal that I have had since I was a young girl. A lot of Kenyans grew up eating this, and I kid you not, it is one of the foods that so many people still have and so many people still cook because it is delicious, it is easy, and it is just it just busts with memories and nostalgia. I'm talking about the OG ugali and eggs and skuma. Some people don't do it with greens, like my brother stands by the fact that ugali and eggs should not be had with greens. But we have to have our veggies, so we have our ugali with skuma, which is just what we call kales or collard in my country. So we're gonna have ugali and veggies and eggs. It's as simple as can be. We're going to fry up our eggs with some onions and some tomatoes, and we're going to fry up our veggies with just onions and some oil and just make the ugali. Now, I don't make the ugali in my house. I can make the ugali, but someone else does it better. And I'm going to post just a short snippet of him finishing up the video. I will post the whole video of the process he uses to make his ugali from start to finish. And you might think you know how to make ugali, but I promise you, if you watch that video, there's a little surprise There's a secret ingredient that we add to our ugali, and I know it's gonna have us all up in arms, but let's discuss it. Have you tried your ugali with the secret ingredient? Let me not spill the beans. I'll post the video, you watch it, and let's discuss in the comments. So, ugali and eggs, here we go.
Be a warm place to lay when you're feeling cold, and I'll be all in when you wanna fold. When we're dancing life's dance, you'll be the partner I hold. You and me together growing old. When you're mourning, I'll mourn for your sadness and pain. When you're happy, you'll put a smile on my face. I won't be perfect, but I promise I'll try every day for you. And I will be, yeah, I will be, I will be whatever you need me to be. I'll be the butt of the joke if it means we both laugh. the unaware, bunny-eared man in the photograph. I'd give the whole of my heart if it means you get half. Darling, please, be my better half. And I will be, yeah, I will be, I will be whatever you need me to be. Pregnant and afraid, when that baby graduates and moves too far away, when our parents pass away and our own hairs turn to gray.
And there you have it. Look at that globe. That is that beautiful ugali. Man, you gotta try this meal if you've never had it. And if you've never had ugali, I keep calling it mugali because that's what my daughter calls it, and somehow she's infected all of us with calling it. So this is going to be a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I do appreciate everybody. Let's make it to 500 subscribers. Thank you for always watching. Love you. Mwah.
When all that's left of